Visuals of President Mnangagwa, the president of the ruling ZANU-PF out in Zimbabwe, as he arrived at the rally this morning. Let's take a look at what actually happened. So, Sophie, talk to us. I mean, what are we seeing here? A jubilant crowd awaiting the president.
Mnangagwa arriving in Bulawayo. The first stop was a hospital where he visited the hospital and therefore he went to the rally. This is the stadium where the explosion happened. But earlier, before the explosion, you can see he's walking to the podium. He is going to address the masses. You can see he's excited, he's singing. It's a campaign trail. And the crowds are responding positively.
No stress about what could happen in the next 10 or 15 minutes?
Not at all. Similar to what transpired in Addis. You saw the numbers there. There were thousands and thousands, and nobody thought something like that will happen in Addis. The same is happening here in Zimbabwe. Here you see the people waiting to be addressed by the president of Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa. You can see the security. It's a party rally. And yeah, you can see, look at the visuals.
A very packed venue there, and of course a venue that has a lot of history as well, Sophie.
Yes, because you'd recall when he took ill, and there were reports that it was after an event at the same stadium where he was poisoned. The issue that was dismissed by the then president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe. Again, later, there was an incident where Grace Mugabe was booed there, and the tension escalated, which led to Mnangagwa being fired. But let's take a look at
we do have those visuals,
explosion.
Sophie. Yeah, let's see now what happened when that explosion actually took place. These are the visuals. And there we can see, Sophie, they did say it was in the VVIP
He's living.
tent.
You can see he is living.
Yes.
He's living. He's going down.
And all his aides are there. Nothing out of the ordinary.
And there
it is.
And there it is. And there it is.
Oh my goodness. That is actually quite graphic now that we see the visuals, Sophie. I'm actually going to ask my director if they can play those visuals again, just to see the exact time. He was literally getting off the last step, and I'm sure he was taking the motorcade out of the stadium.
Yes, yes. Let's see. Let's take a look again. Let's take a look at those visuals. Greeting, living. Very serious security.
No expectations of anything whatsoever.
Yes, you can see surrounded by security.
Oh,
you know,
my word.
And you can imagine, I am definitely sure people were injured in that incident.
Absolutely, yes. It's just a pity, Sophie, that we don't have any confirmed numbers of those that have been injured, but we hear that quite a few people were injured. So hopefully later on during the broadcast, we might have those numbers.
Yes, effort is currently rushing to the hospital, and it's very difficult to access the hospital. And you know very well that Zimbabwe is a different country. After this incident, it's going to be very difficult. So it's very difficult for journalists to access the hospital, but we are hoping that we will bring you the visuals. Perhaps speak to people there at the hospital. Also speak to the Minister of Security and Health to find out the issues of security and perhaps what happened and what's happening inside those wards currently.
You know, what do you know, Sophie, with the current, the way that things are done? I mean, we saw with President Robert Mugabe, we've never seen anything to this point. We've always seen people that were opposed to him, but not anybody was willing to actually take a drastic measure such as this to go and blast a rally that he was speaking at.
Yes, these are the questions many people are asking. Why? What happened? Was the security enough, or it was perhaps a lapse from the part of the security that you are able to see this incident? And you know very well, with political party rallies, particularly for the ruling party or the governing party in any country where the person is also a head of government or state, you always have that tight security.
Absolutely.
So the question is, what happened? What happened?
So we're going to have to wait for the investigation to find out just exactly if it was, an oversight from the security side. So, Sophie, we're going to hold you to that. We're hopefully going to get all the latest details from her. That is our foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena, talking to us about the blast that has just taken place out in Bulawayo after President Mnangagwa was giving a rally.